Some people are still asking, when will things get cheaper? When will the prices of fuel go back down? When will the policies benefit the common man? And every time I hear these questions, I realize that many Nigerians still do not understand how close Nigeria was to a collapse prior to this administration. Nigeria was at the verge of becoming a disaster. We were living on borrowed illusion, an illusion funded by debt, an illusion sustained by subsidies, an illusion previous governments were too afraid to touch. Not because they didn't know, they knew. Even the opposition candidates admitted that subsidy had to go. But knowing what is destroying a country and having the courage to remove it are two different things. Let me tell you, Nigeria is not just fighting economic hardship. Nigeria is fighting powerful systems, cabals, entrenched interests, people who have benefited from this country staying weak, manipulated, and broken. And some of you think that the leadership of Nigeria is public empathy, vibes, and social media grammar. No. It takes power to confront power. It takes an unusual strength to fight systems that have fed off a nation for decades. Or you think that these cabals exist only in politics? They are everywhere. They are in the sectors, in the industries, in the institutions, in the systems, everywhere. And you think one nice leader will appear and everyone will suddenly cooperate. No. Systems fight back violently, economically, politically, structurally. Now let me say this. Many of us, unfortunately, do not understand the magnitude of what is currently going on. The old system is shaking, and that is why the resistance is loud. I also need to make us understand that fuel is not returning back to the old price. That era is gone. That veil has been removed. So let's stop waiting for the artificial comfort we are used to return. The real conversation is, how do we create jobs? How do we increase productivity? How do we build industries? How do we open up the economy? Because the recovery of this nation will not come from fantasy. It will come from productivity. When roads are built, economies open up. When infrastructure expands, businesses move. When states become accessible, investment spreads. When industries rise, jobs rise. That is nation building, not emotional outrage every morning. And yes, Nigerians are feeling pain. Real pain, no. But hear me, painful reforms are not always wicked reforms. Sometimes surgery is painful because something dangerous is being removed. Don't get me wrong, Nigeria still has a lot of problems. Nobody is denying that. But we refuse to be gaslit into believing that this country needs to return to systems that were quietly destroying it. Here's an uncomfortable truth. Many of the reforms people are insulting today may become the foundations future generations will survive on tomorrow. Because a country cannot heal while addicted to illusions.
Mr. Man, this is not because somebody like Peter Obi or like Tinubu. I don't like Tinubu as a person. I like the decisions when they make, and because he gets mind to make tough decisions when una not they understand. Una too they gullible to understand what they go on. And the worst part is that instead of una to pay attention and make una learn, una ready to insult people or drag people. Me and you know say, for every country for this world, not be only president, not be the person where they make decision. Or let's say you don't understand the system and the metrics. Behind the president, people they will be say they get level, like they get authority where we say they feel cause problem. President just be like symbol of hope for nation. But the president gets people where they say they be elite where top am. Una need to understand this thing. When people want, when these politicians they want to be president, when they want to go for a campaign, you understand? Say, get some kind of people be say they go meet. So kind of special people be say they go meet. These people, the kind of power where they get. Now wait till una no go fit understand. Una if you say all these things, I just wanna vote to count or for this thing. Una no understand the way this thing dey work. Now what Tinubu did, Tinubu make these people feel like say yes, he did with them. The time of Buhari. Because he can't say, okay, yes, I go support Buhari. Buhari and people now, not I make it be president again. He can't push to help this support the people. So he only did right for these people now to alarm and not stress them to be president for this next one because he don't already know say yes, night time, and nobody will stop him. Now why I can say okay, yes, now my time, they can't alarm and go. But when Tinubu become president, he can't do one thing where shock them. He can't switch their back, he can't switch it back on them. He can't switch it back on them. He can't change the whole military system. He can't start to do some kind of reform. He can't do some kind of things where they trigger people where say that they call themselves elite and like that they call themselves the main people where they hold power for this country. He can't do those things, they trigger them. Una no go understand all these things where they go on right now. But this thing are like serious battle, serious political battle. All these ones one that they do online. You people are just being gullible. Una no understand what they go on. If this the same people where we say we they talk about, they get person like Peter B as president. So una can't get Peter B as president. Una feel say Peter B will get the boss to do decision when he wants, to make decision when he wants. He go they need to they ask for some people if this thing they okay, if he ready to do this thing, make this thing not affect these people. He go they answer, he go they ask, he go they take permission from some people, he go they take permission from the elites there. This now what Tinubu not go need to do. Tinubu not get your time. Tinubu not who they send you. He get people when he respect, yes. But when you see all those people, what would they talk about too? These people who hold power since and now, so they still want hold power because they don't like the kind of things where they do for this country. They don't like the way the whole system and the whole structure they go for them. Una don't understand what they do. These people they be like they be elite. Every country gets them. They are part of the system. Now they enforce this suffering, this hardship. Because all this hardship they benefit them. If Peter Obi can't be president, say okay, he can't be president. These people go they pressure around to they do what they want. If he not gonna do what they want, they'll come start to the frustrate them. The same way they frustrate Jonathan with all this insecurity, all this narrative pushing, they go come the frustration. And you don't know if this Peter Obi if he handle pressure because he not be like person where Sabi handle pressure. Peter Obi, for you to get problem for Labour Party, you come up for there, go this one, go this one, go this one. In the space of 4 years, where you won't be president, where you won't run for president, you don't go like 3 parties, I've been at 4 parties. It means say you know Sabi handle pressure, solve problem where they this one and this one. He not go fit solve the pressure. He not go fit handle the pressure. He go come end up the resign. And when you want end up the resign now, so who won't go be next president because who they run as vice president with and like this now? Now not na kwakwa so, which means that guy now will call be president of this country if Peter Obi resign out of pressure. Power now don't enter not again. Una not understand. You see all this media when they use the when I feel on a get level. If power enter not again, they go wipe everything. They go collect this media from una. They go make una life they more miserable. All this one when they one that they do one feel on the suffer so. Because everybody gather all their old hate and all their old maths where they keep since for the time of Buhari, where they quiet since when Buhari take freedom of speech from everybody. Now so all they pour all the anger on one person on Tinubu. Like say na Tinubu start everything. Say because say the APC. It will say don't go place like PDP before. I'm not sure say this problem when in the face say because say APC don't get bad reputation with the face on. Because if you ask yourself, what thing he do you in particular? He has never been your president before. You don't expect somebody who say will solve problem when we don't suffer for years, for decades. When our family, our grandparents don't complain for. You don't expect that person to change the whole situation of that country in the space of 4 years. The person not get magic. So if you want to be realistic, they ask yourself a kind of deep question. When they say these things are just about vote. If you know what power mean, power to get authority over the whole masses and economy, all your resources. If you know what that seat where Tinubu occupy me and the kind of pressure and the kind of people who go distress am. All this insecurity where they push on, I go understand saying that then they enforce all this insecurity to make all of una hate am. But when I go ready to want drag president and to pay attention to learn. Peter Obi not fit handle the kind of pressure where Tinubu they handle, not because Peter Obi na bad person. If they decide to come pressure, the way Tinubu they face pressure, they handle land, they see they come outside, they joke, they call the wife Alakara. Peter Obi not go fit handle this pressure. He go subdue all these kidnapping what they see, killing what they see. He not fit handle this pressure. Let me say, we know they're talking a bad person. If they pressure on to the level, we say you can't need to one resign like Jonathan. Who won't be next? You can't be not on a power don't come on for SATs again. When last power deal with SATs, Jonathan, and he not waste time. They not allow to do anything. Only one time they don't dey stress the life because they don't want to make Satan and the whole power at all for this country. They just want whole power, make they use until they intimidate people. I'm not sure say una go fit understand all these things. Una mind to dey down. If you know if you understand the metrics and the system, you know if you understand say your president not really get authority like that. If he try possible best, but not become say president now they make the authority, now they make the full decision. It takes only the few where really get power to feel stand their ground. Say yes, now what they go do, they go do. And Tinubu don show am later and say he get the track record of say yes, he dey very stubborn when it comes to making decision. He dey make decisions where they tough, but he dey help people, they change the situation. Yes, people not go agree with him, but na small. So be logical and be reasonable. You be man. Remove this emotion and sentiment because you like one person. The pressure where that man go face, you not go fit handle that pressure. If you feel they come up from one party to another party because of issues when you not fit solve, when you not fit resolve, you know how many issues Tinubu get with APC members? They still they resolve and they solve. But this one now they logical. When I understand they go on. So if this country enter not again, all this social media one they do, when they come make on a mat, they chat, they go collect all of our voice again. All this them so where they misbehave. They not go understand what it is up.
There are rumors that this present administration has not really done much for Nigeria. From your own perspective, do you agree or disagree with that statement?
In terms of infrastructure, in terms of driving the economy, I mean floating the naira and all that, the government is doing well. It's not doing badly. At least it is doing better than the predecessors. But you know, people will not see it when they are hungry. You know, I've said this many times. No matter what they do, they can build skyscrapers, give everybody a home. Once they are hungry, people will not see that. But you know, the good thing is this: during his campaign, during his swearing in, he said it that these measures he's going to take, it will come with pains. That Nigerians should enjoy it. You know, that is for it's tentatively. You understand? So there is nowhere in the world where there are economic reforms and people will not feel the heat. You understand? People will feel the heat. But when you see the achievement in terms of our foreign reserve, everything, you will know that we are edging. For the first time, there has not been fake queues. For the first time, ASU has not gone on strike. For almost 4 years now, you know, so it's doing for the first time. People are not dropping out of school because they cannot pay school fees. You understand? You know, that's what I'm talking about. So they are doing well, but the hunger part of it, you know, will make people want to discredit what they are doing. You understand? But with time, I hope that the results will begin to manifest.
All right. The president of Nigeria, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, this man you are seeing on my screen, is doing everything within his power to fix Nigeria, a country that has suffered for so long in the hands of incompetent leaders that hijacked, the system. The man came in and trying to fix the system that has long been dilapidated and refused to be fixed by successive administration. But some persons are bent to making sure that he does not succeed. Through what? The sponsoring of insecurity at the highest level. Yes, this is what I'm telling you. I am not surprised of what we are seeing today. I am not surprised because I know how these guys operate. I did a video in 2025 and I told you that the insecurity will increase in 2026, being the eve year of the election 2027. That this has always been the pattern that these guys use. It has always been the pattern. 2025, there was a bit of insecurity, the kidnapping of, schoolgirls in Zamfara, in this, in that. I told you, that is just a rehearsal. That watch what is going to happen in 2026 is going to be worse. That's exactly what I'm saying today. They want to frustrate him out of the office. But you know the good news about it. They cannot do it. God has brought him to fix the system. Those roads that all the administration refused to fix, that it's fixing for us, that some of us cannot travel to our town, to our homes, is doing that. He will complete it not only this term, he will complete it in the second term. You have nothing to do.
Good day to viewers all over the world and welcome back to Local Channel. One thing I want the supporters of the candidates contesting for presidential election in Nigeria to understand is this: nobody hates any candidate or nobody hates anybody whatsoever. All we want is a better Nigeria. Provided anybody can come up today, or provided the problem of Nigeria and what we are facing today can be solved by any administration, Nigerians will key into it and will support whichever administration who is striving so hard to fix this problem. It's not as if, okay, we're trying to, or maybe you're saying Tinubu must go by force and another person must come in. It's if the tide turns around and if Tinubu is able to fix the problem Nigeria is facing, of course, Nigerians will not be talking about bringing in another candidate whatsoever again. Nobody hates any tribe and nobody hates any region whatsoever in Nigeria. All we want is a working country. Nigerians are tired of traveling out and being insulted and being stereotyped, being country shamed and all. And that's the reason why everybody is rooting for the best candidate to emerge as a president in this country. Because once this country is fixed, I believe a whole lot of Nigerians in diaspora will return back home because they are facing a whole lot. They are facing numerous challenges in the places and the countries they are staying. Everybody wants, there's no place like home. People want to return back to their homes, and that's why Nigerians are clamoring for good governance. Good governance is all Nigerians are clamoring for. We are not talking about that's no matter the person's antecedent, provided the person is able to change the country and is able to pull strings and things that are unimaginable just to fix the country. That's what Nigerian wants. Nobody is competing against this tribe or whatsoever. You understand? Be it Tinubu, Peter Obi, or Atiku, whoever comes into and fixes the country, that's just what we want. Tinubu has a whole lot of advantage over the remaining candidate because he's the one in charge today, and he still has so many opportunity to turn things around and to puts his government in the good books of Nigerians. That's just it. Regardless of whether he becomes re-elected, even though he doesn't do anything more than he has done, or even though it becomes worse, it's not even the problem. But what posterity stand to take him for, that's what really matters. That's just what me I feel like. So the question is, who is going to fix this problem for us, and who is ready to fix this problem for us? If Tinubu is going to fix it for us, it's not a problem if we elect him to complete his two tenure. And if he's not ready to fix some of this problem, or we see he's not capable of fixing these problems, then of course another person should come in. And if anybody is coming in, it should be from the south. So I think Obi should come in because it's not yet a turn of the north. So we can't even talk about article whatsoever yet. So nobody hates any candidate. All we want is just good governance. If Tinubu can fix the problem of Nigeria and fix what we are facing today, he can continue for as long as he wants. That is just it. Drop what you think about this in the comment section. And if today is your first time to visit the channel, please kindly like, share, and subscribe to the channel.